are back. We are back. Just Kicking It is back in the build. My man B. We took hiatus. This man been all over the world. He's been in Phoenix, Tampa,
Dallas.
Dallas. Where are you even at now? Where are you at
Man,
now?
back in the desert, man. 110. Hey, baking away, trying to stay hydrated, of course. But yeah, like I was just saying, man. Up next for me, the Bay Area. So real excited about that.
Where
Happy to
in
be
the Bay
back.
Pacific are you gonna be at? You're gonna be in San Francisco, right?
It's a lot of options out there, man. Because main area, my office is gonna be down in the Fremont area. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But I'm gonna be remote. So San Jose, Palo Alto. I'm even looking as far as Vallejo. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So,
you out there E40.
yeah. It's another little nicer area on the opposite side of Vallejo.
Because Vallejo looks like Berkeley.
Yeah, it's got some some roughness to it for sure. Yeah.
But the crazy thing, Six Flags is out there too.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Six Flags in Vallejo.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
and then the winery's on the other side of the expressway.
So
like Vallejo's on this side, then you literally turn this way. That's where all the wineries are, like going towards Napa and Sonoma.
Yeah, I've been out to the Bay a few times, but I'm still definitely learning, man. But man, back to the football, man.
Let's get it in, man.
Good to be back. I know we got our topics, man, but before we begin, man, I just want to kind of set the mood, man. It's good for us to be back, but it's kind of somber for me.
Why is it somber?
I'm not real excited about my club. I was kind of going through it, man. I had even reached out to you and asked you,
what are y'all doing?
To change allegiance,
You said like when you was gonna go to Man City.
Where else is there to go? I mean, if you can't beat them, join them. Kind of attitude, kind of philosophy. But no, in all serious, man. I'm a Chelsea blue through and through. But I just really feel like the drama, the storylines, even the play on the pitch is not the same as years past. And so I want that to be something that we really watch as a theme overall. I see a youth movement coming in, just like a lot of the other major sports, man. We always comparing the major sports, and I'm just curious how you're feeling about football, the Premier League being back. Where you at?
It's interesting. I know I saw a segment on ESPN FC. Take it for what it is. For what it is for your coverage. But they were saying, is the 5 subs going to basically make it where it's really only going to be 10 quality teams in the world? Because now I can stack up. Now, Man City, before we'd be like, they could throw out 2 teams that could be in the Champions League. Now they literally could, like, oh no, you're going to get ticked. Like, there's no problem you getting ticked. We have 5 subs.
Right. Yeah.
But at the same time, smaller clubs can now gear up and say the same thing. So if I'm a club that went up from the championship, now I can say, hey, you know what? You can really get some tick here as well. Because I got 5 stuff. So it just depends on how you move it. I think the game is changing overall because the money is changing, man. And the interesting thing is, I thought the Mbappe to Real Madrid was going to be the nuclear nuke, the nuclear nuke for the transfers. Like, I thought that was going to be the one that like set the precedent. PSG re-signing him kept us alive, I think, for another couple of years before like a nuclear takeover. Somebody saying 250 for a transfer, because that was what it was looking like. No, he was going to be free transfer.
Oh yeah, he was ready.
It's salary wise, he was going to make some stupid like $500,000 a week. 600,000 a week.
Like
that's before endorsements. He's going to make 600,000-700,000 a week.
Right.
So I don't know. I think it's the game is going to be different because they're talking about as well. Like, you're going to be able to kick in or throw in. They thinking about trying.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, so they're thinking about testing it. I think they're testing it in the under 21s. Instead of throwing, you could kick it in.
I'm not sure I like that. I'm a traditionalist, man. I'm a traditionalist. Even VAR is still a sore spot for me. But talk to me a little bit about what you're seeing on the pitch, though, man. I mean, I'm talking about that, early, mid '90s, early 2000 Premier League when you really had the best of the best from around the world feeding the Premier League. And I mean, the game was
I
played over.
think the Premier League is better now than ever.
Really?
If you're talking about in comparison to the other leagues, like literally, if you want the top of the game, and if you look at it, just look at the other leagues that their goal records, like the goal for records in the records for goals in a season.
Yeah, goal difference.
Premier League is the lowest.
No.
It's going 50 goals was La Liga's record. Like 50 goals. That means you scored a goal and a half a game.
I would agree with you on overall quality of play, overall Premier League against the other leagues. But I'm talking about within the Premier League, it's the haves and the have-nots. I mean, that drop is incredible.
So you're saying that you think that there's a bigger discrepancy between the top 10 clubs and the bottom 10?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's harder now.
No.
Because you got clubs that'll come in and pop you now. Like a Crystal Palace can hit you.
You know what I see, man? Everybody signs a young African central defensive midfielder, right?
Right.
It's like the go-to move, right? From France.
Like you think like Celesio from Crystal Palace, somebody like that.
Exactly. That's a prime example today. I mean, that's just the common move where this player is going to come in, use their physical attributes, play the ball backwards and sideways is what that translates to, and try to disrupt and be defensive minded. I think that's what the bottom 10 teams playing style is. And I mean, let's be real. Manchester City, who's going to challenge Manchester City? What are we watching the Premier League for?
Man, yeah, Manchester City's so far ahead. But I will say they are Erling Haaland injury away from this all being equal. And we know he likes to get hurt. Unless he was faking hurting Dortmund all the time.
I mean, if Twitter is any indication, I'm already ready to throw up the beat. Is he a bust?
Early?
Hey.
We saying just for the Community Shield game?
Hey, even the other preseason games, like, and when you look at him back at Dortmund, he fed off of surface. He's not taking the ball, beating two defenders and upper 90.
Jadon Sancho, real talk. That was his feet. That was his guy.
Rate of putting it on a plate, tapping, 3 yards, that kind of thing.
You know what I'm thinking about? You're right. He's touched it two or three times, or he's getting a header or a one-timer. Like you said, he's not taking nobody off the dribble and like making a play.
Not at all.
He's hitting it, settling it, and then boom, I'm shooting.
Exactly. That's right.
It's like a taller Lukaku, basically, right? That's what Lukaku did.
I almost want to say a less skilled Lukaku.
Ooh.
And the other thing is, I'm not sure about the movement yet. I'm not sure about the mentality yet. But I mean, he has the best coaching in the world, so I think those things will come with time, repetition.
And he's got to adapt. I mean, you're going where you only have to play Bayern and maybe Leipzig, and you can take off against Frankfurt, off against Cologne, and be like, I'm just gonna do what I do.
Yeah.
That's why I think the Premier League is more quality. There's 10 to 12 teams that you have to go out there and you have to bust your ass on.
Unless you're Manchester City. Then it's just a walk through the park. You know what I mean? It's schoolboy. And that's why I have this cloud over me. That's why I'm like, I'll be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow to watch, of course, but I'm just not excited. It's not that spark, man. I mean, I remember when, watching Everton, watching Middlesbrough, watching West Ham, that was fun, man. Blackburn Rovers.
But it's the money, right? When Man City didn't get when they didn't get caught with the financial fair play, we already should know what it was then.
Remember when Middlesbrough had that young Brazilian Juninho? He was he was like a poor man's Kaká.
He was.
Like guys like that on mid-level teams. Where is that now?
I mean, you got Tielemans at Leicester. Like
that's a drop off to me.
You think Tielemans is a drop off?
That's a poor man to me. That's a drop off. Yeah, that's a talent level.
Tielemans is going to get that bread. He's going to be the next big player to get the change.
He's on the national team. He's an integral piece. I see all of that.
Are you still salty from the Tielemans goal against Shaw in the FA Cup? Is that what we're looking at right now? Like that was the goal of the year too. Like,
I mean, he's a skilled player. Don't get me wrong, man. I'm not dogging him, but it's different, man. It feels
now
different.
Leicester is done for, and that's because Schmeichel leaving more than anything. And then everybody's up for grabs on their team. Like everybody's in a transfer situation. Like Madison, Tielemans on the board. Vardy's 75 years old.
Man,
what's the other? Barnes.
Yeah.
And what's the brother on their squad? Inicho.
Oh yeah.
All of them up for grabs.
That's a rough situation, man. You know, because they won it all. They got the money. You know, they're going to be one of those clubs you'll be doing a documentary on 5-10 years from now, looking back at how they spent that money.
So it's going to be. Oh, are you talking about like is it going to be like a like the little team that could, Doc, or it's like
right? Or it may go into a situation where they turn into so much debt, drop so many levels. You know, where the fans buy the club.
Like Barcelona is right now.
Here we go. Barcelona.
Hey, man. Look, they're literally trying to make Frankie Dion leave. Like we can't, and they owe him 15 mil. You know that, right?
Well, I knew it was a lot.
That's the reason he's leaving. It's like I can't leave. They owe me some bread. Like
I actually like Barcelona's roster right now. You know,
but they can't keep it unless they sell off players. Like they literally are like, yo, we will be in the red all year.
I think they've done well compared to where we were at Christmas time, January. Hey, it's a 180-degree turn from there.
Are they going to beat Real Madrid though?
Nah. My money says no. Not at all. But I'll watch.
But overall, I think that the Premier League is even. I think it's quality of players, maybe not the quality of the game. But I think more teams have marquee players up and down the roster that we can name.
It's a lot of names. I think that's just because, you know, we have the technology now. I mean, we're
okay. Good point.
You know, but I just see so many young players on a lot of clubs who just don't have it, where they have the potential, but they don't have it. Where I remember a lot of 27 to 32-year-olds who were doing the business week in, week out, and was still a match from a Manchester City type, was still a match off the top four, where your club would have to pull off the Fergie magic to beat Blackburn Rovers. I don't see that anymore. Manchester City's going to roll out there, you know, 22 players and steamroll you.
And really, and Manchester City been good, but you're going to have Newcastle now coming up. They've been making hella moves on the low. They just waiting to splash their cash. They just wait. They just like, we just need to get 8th place or 7th and make the Europa Conference League. Then we can spend our money.
That was speaking of that. That's absolutely correct. I saw in the Daily Mail today that supposedly their ownership, you know, the new Sheik ownership group, they actually have investments in Chelsea's American owner, who's just taken over. So
is that illegal? Wouldn't that be illegal?
I think it's in a completely different business venture, you know, so it's unrelated. We're talking about billionaires.
Because you said, because like wasn't Italian leagues doing that before, where like they own a team in division, like I guess was Serie B, Italia B or what, or Serie B, and have a team in Serie A.
Oh yeah, that happens, and that's semi-legal to a degree, you know, based on certain league rules. But this is just more of the financial. In the investment world, they have business that crossed, where Newcastle's owner holds some bonds that the American Chelsea owner is buying. So, you know, Newcastle has a direct influence in the profitability and financial future of Chelsea's new owner. So that could be an issue.
And mentioning that, how do you like your new owner?
It's early, man. I'm definitely not impressed by the transfers, you know, that I've seen.
Is that his fault, or that everything just got jammed up? Where it's like we couldn't send, because y'all couldn't spend more than 20 grand on a flight at one point. So who was going out scouting players?
You know, the timing, it definitely was a shorter window with a lot of things at play. So you got to take that in consideration. But you see other clubs are better organized. And they execute, right? You know, they have a transfer list. They make the funds available. They select the targets, and they're executing. And that's what I really want to see from a top-level Premier League club, with the fan base like Chelsea. Like, come on, man, come on.
So I'm not up at all on Man U, man. I'm just, it's whatever. Like, it's like,
It's
you know,
whatever.
it's whatever. I mean, I think that we have a good manager and that we'll be moving forward. But I mean, we got the Ronaldo situation. I don't even know what's going on with that. Like,
no one does. Yeah.
Honestly, we look like some marks, to be honest with you, like all up and down. And that's being I just got to be real with it. We up here chasing Frankie de Jong like it's a chick at the ball club. Like, right. I got you and your girls in a booth.
Is he
I'm cool. Like, I don't like what? Like,
is he even an immediate game changer in the Premier League? I mean, I'm not sure.
I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I mean, a part of me wants to just go, and I don't want to give these guys any service in general, but go the Arsenal route. Just go young. Like, we just go. We got our academy players are straight. Like, yes, we ain't gonna be able to like ball out and maybe not be top 4, but let a lot of these young boys come out. Let the Gardners come out to play, the Ahmads, the Hannibals, the Iqbals. Just let them boys roll the ball out for some of them, and let's just see what we got.
Right,
because we're not going to get top 4. So what is the point of running after Frankie de Jong and trying? Because they was trying to hit us for Anthony from Ajax like $100 million. Like, stop it. Like,
that's fair, and I think that's really the philosophy of a lot of these Premier League clubs, which really goes back into my point. Right now, you got your young kids out there. The quality of play on the pitch has to drop off when everybody has kids playing kids, except Manchester City with a team full of superstars.
But also you have to look at the eras changing as well. Messi, Ronaldo, Benzema, your Lewandowski's, all those guys, anybody that's a name, even Neymar, shit, at this point, damn near, they are the early 2010s, late 2000 guys. Mbappe's the future. You know what I'm saying? Haaland, I guess we'll see. I mean, he's the poster child for the future.
Yeah. Odegaard.
You said who?
Odegaard at Arsenal.
Odegaard, right.
You're right.
Mane to a certain extent. Mane, and hold on, got to give you your flowers in this when we go into Mane. You predicted this very early in the show because you brought the article where his country's manager or somebody he knew that said you're gonna have to leave Liverpool if you're gonna win the Ballon d'Or.
Yep.
If anybody, our long-term listeners remember, that's one of our first episodes. B brought this up. It said it was gonna happen.
No, that's absolutely right, man. Good memory. Yeah, and I'm happy for him, man. I mean, talking about people on huge weekly money, that's going to be a game changer, not only for him, but I always hear about how much he's doing back in Senegal. You know what I mean? So gotta salute that.
Look, we can jump into that next topic, man. I want to talk about this World Cup for a minute, man.
Yeah.
Hey, if looking at Senegal's bracket, they can go to the Final Four on the low level. Like, if the groups, of course, it all depends on if somebody. I'm just saying, if you go off the favorites and you just do the favorites and then just put them into their groups and the high matches up, Senegal could go to the Final Four. They also are trying to set this up for the Messi Ronaldo show as well for Final Four or potential finals. But they've set them up on both sides of the bracket. Either way, you're either gonna get them in semis or the finals. They're setting it up.
Now let FIFA say, that was all just the bounce of the ball. That's all that was. But we all know.
You put U.S. and England in the same group
on Thanksgiving Day. I mean, the soccer gods are strong, but come on now.
Look, do you know how people understand how big this game is going to be until it gets there?
Yeah.
People are not going to go out on Thanksgiving. Like, it's going to be like Thanksgiving is going to start late. U.S. versus England.
And I was just looking at that the other day. I got to look at what time that game is, man. But I know I'm locked in. I'm gonna have my plate, 3, 4, 5 different desserts.
And I think it's gonna be in the morning. It's gonna be early because
yeah. They're at least 6 to 8 hours ahead of us.
Yeah. So you're talking. I mean, let's say it's I'm gonna be rough. Let's let's see if they really about their bread, they'll make it a night kickoff at 7.
No. Oh no, because NBA, no, NFL is gonna be
Do you think that I don't know, man?
That wouldn't be a good look. I would not go head to head against the NFL on Thanksgiving. No.
So you think they'll make that game early? So you said that might be
It's
the
gonna be in
morning.
the morning. I think it'll be before noon. You know,
okay.
Compete with
so
the Macy's Day Parade or something. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So they gonna have people out early for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
On Thanksgiving Day, like that's the U.S. leaves the country. The pilgrims in the story they tell leave England from persecution.
The story goes, yeah.
Right, the story they try to tell, you know. And then they hang out with these Native American brothers and sisters, have a meal, running away, and then oh man, this is you can't write.
It's gonna be incredible. Yeah, we gotta link up, figure something out, you know, to hook up on that.
Yeah, and you know what? They got the new soccer bar should be open across the street.
Yeah,
from the stadium.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to them. They took their bread. They held on to that. Remember, we used to go there for quarter beers back in college. Remember?
Is that Maggie O'Brien's?
Yes, that's the same spot.
Okay. Oh, that's where it's at. Oh,
yeah. So it's right across the street.
It was on the opposite block. Okay.
No, it's right across. They're right across. Literally. So they held on the real estate. Nobody was going. Look, now they got renovations going on. I'm talking about brand new renovations, new marquee.
Wow.
They're closed right now for renovations. Like
yeah.
Opening in October.
They're gonna make their money back 110-fold.
Yeah, you go to the bank and be like, I know we haven't paid our loans correctly for at least 10 years.
Right.
But the stadium is across the street.
Hey, what's the chances of seeing some 25-cent pictures in there, man?
No. You must see $20 pictures.
That. Yeah, 20
but no, World Cup, man, it's gonna be interesting this year.
Right.
I just can't wait. I don't like this winter thing with it, like in general, like this winter kind. But I think for this throw off with it to try to do something different,
right?
Because now it's going. Maybe it can invigorate your leagues for these people to watch coming up for the rest of the season. Like, oh, I was watching the U.S. team. Oh, Pulisic plays for Chelsea. Them games start in 3 weeks. Okay, well, let me jump on.
Yeah, right into it. Yeah, no, man, I think that was excellent. And the other thing you're talking about over there, it's going to be summer, so the stadiums supposedly have air conditioning, but are also open at the same time. So that might be an issue, man, for a lot of players. From going from cold temperatures to that extreme heat. I think that's going to be a factor.
Oh, yeah, and the injuries are going to be a key too, because that's why I was saying, is Man City going to win it? I got to see what everybody's roster going to look like after the World Cup.
Okay. Yeah.
And World Cup fatigue. So let's say Holland is going to be straight because Norway's not in it, so he's going to be rested up.
Right.
But let's say I'm trying to think of somebody that will go far. Like who's on Belgium? That's Tielemans is on Belgium, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think of somebody that's like a little more high profile. I'm just thinking of somebody that may be fatigued coming back, and I got the league starting back up in 2 or 3 weeks.
Kevin De Bruyne for Manchester City.
There you go. So let's say Belgium makes the finals.
Right.
So they're playing all the way to mid-December. The league's popping right back up early January.
But they are deep enough to cover that. Yeah, at the same time. Or, hey, man, knowing them, they may not be done. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're saying they might go ahead and go in the they're going to jump back in the transfer in January. Who didn't play in the World Cup? That's wrong. Let me go ahead.
Exactly. Knowing them, wouldn't put it past them.
So you had on here, man, whereas MLS versus Liga MX, we had what was it called? Was it a Challenge Cup, right?
Yeah, the Super League Challenge. No. League Super Cup Showcase. Yeah, so MLS, La Liga MX. Yeah, man, I checked in. I didn't watch the whole game, but I checked in. They had it out there at that SoFi Stadium out in LA. Your boy, Kroenke, his place, right?
Just keep getting checks.
Talking about the ESPN commentators, man, they really kind of took a deep dive into both games, both signings. Talk about the player depth. That seems to be a continuing theme, impacting all the leagues around the world. And their assessment, man, basically was one is that they're on par, with MLS, slightly, pulling up the tailgate. The other gentleman, Hercules, Mexican international former retired, who's now a commentator. He was saying that, of course, and he's Mexican, that he thought, Liga MX is still leaps and bounds above the MLS. I kind of tend to agree with him. I think MLS is doing some good things. I like the new stadiums. I think there is starting to be more depth. And I think those younger kids, like you're talking about, that young crop is starting to come through. We're seeing that because we're seeing Premier League teams starting to buy these players, take them on loan. Chelsea even picked up a Chicago Fire, like 18-year-old goalkeeper. Now who knows if they're gonna send them out on loan or keep them with the club. But
they'll probably put them on loan. I'm assuming you do.
But that just shows you opportunities and the talent level. That I think that has shrunk. And I was just kind of curious. What do you think? What's your eye test saying?
Only reason I say that MLS is going to get better because they're throwing money at it, and the TV deal they just got, that Apple TV deal, is like what, $1 billion or something crazy. And everybody, the Apple phones got Apple TV. People are going to jump in there to be like, oh, okay, let me check this out. And I don't think that, even though I shouldn't say you don't have to court U.S. viewers, but Mexican League does. Like Premier League wants U.S. viewership.
Yeah.
That Mexican League needs U.S. viewership if they're going to stay financially viable.
Oh, yeah.
Because their players are starting to come over to here and play like, well, they paying me the bread up there. Well, I'm going up there.
Right.
So that's the thing is, I don't know if and now I don't, they got a lot more drug money, a little bit more fresh money down in Mexico to be able to put around that's off the books.
Mm-hmm.
To pay players maybe down there.
That's
but
right.
I just think that I think the talent is there better just because it's more homegrown talent. Mm-hmm. But I think that MLS is catching them because they have the visuals and the TV packages. It's just plain and simple.
Yeah. Money is always the great equalizer. Some people start bringing up Chicharito. He's a good example. Mexican. He's done the business all over the world. Your club, Real Madrid, back to LA Galaxy. I think he was the highest paid player in the MLS. Now I want to say he's second highest. 7 goals is the return this year.
I mean,
but like you're saying,
that's not good money.
Jersey sales, butts and seats, eyes on TVs. He is driving all of that.
Yeah, but I would say the average MLS person knows that, but I don't think they're gonna buy a Chicharito jersey. I would think the great Gareth Bale would get more jersey sales than him right now.
And you caught that perfect, man. Yeah,
I'm just saying the great Gareth Bale is out here like, yo, I'm doing my last World Cup. I've made all the money. Why not go to the U.S. and go better and go golf better and better golfing facilities?
Man,
I can go to Pebble Beach.
Hey.
And then I'll go play. I'll be there playing. I don't have to do too much.
Oh yeah, and plenty of his countrymen out there in L.A. You got Beckham out there. You know what I mean? So right across, over the Welshman and the Englishman. I'm sure they go.
He didn't want to because I think they were trying to get him to play for Cardiff. I think originally he's like, nah, I'm good.
And another thing, when we talking about predictions coming true, man, kudos to both of us. We called this a year ago, did we not?
Yep.
We called
Yep.
And we might as well reiterate that we also believe that's the next move for Messi, right?
And Ronaldo. I think it's a double play.
Wow.
Unless I could also see Ronaldo being on some like, I'm good because I don't want to be with that dude. Like it's either gonna be my league or his league.
I could see something like that, man. But if the numbers get big enough, man, they all might make it work.
And both of them have to look at it. I mean, and I guess it's a lot of rose-tinted glasses being U.S. based. But I would think that your potential for bread in the longer term of your life is by endearing yourself in the U.S. Because I just feel over there that I'm not saying people will forget about Ronaldo or forget about Messi, but it's the next man up to a certain extent.
I hear what you're saying, but you're right too with the rose-colored glasses, and looking through an American lens. There are other places where being the man with that kind of wealth is an excellent life.
Yeah.
So I mean, shit.
No, I'm not
Man.
saying they live here. I'm just saying endearing yourself even more
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Of
Okay.
like, even if you play here for a year or two, like, man,
And
I
just
can do whatever.
soak
Now I'm
it
doing
all
this.
in, take advantage. Yeah, cash
Yeah,
out.
I'm doing whatever I want to do now.
Right. And we've seen
But
that.
Ronaldo also just got off. He just got almost jammed up in Vegas, so he might be keeping it low. I
Yeah,
just thought about that. He just got off of that. He might be like, I'm good on the U.S. as a whole.
man, that's another good point. Yeah, he don't even want to think about that one. No.
So all right, man, we got a U.S. coach in Brighton.
Yeah. Just want to bring that up, man. Shout out Jesse Marsch, man. Former MLS player. I think he played for what, Chicago Fire, I want to say. I think he was also maybe Columbus, I want to say.
Yeah, I'm looking him up now.
Man, I'm getting old, bro.
Oh, he's on Leeds, man. My bad.
Leeds. What I said, Brighton.
Yeah.
Leeds.
That's you know what, and that makes sense. Let me change the ticker.
and that's a really good thing, man. Too actually, Leeds has
That's
always,
how all those U.S. players got on there because we talked about it before. Like, okay,
and Leeds, has always historically been one of those clubs with that real fighting spirit. Talking about the old days of fights in the standing room only section. I mean,
we don't deal with them at all.
That's Millwall. You know what I mean?
They also was the ones that did the chants when we had everybody died on the plane crash. They started doing the chants about them, like right after.
Shit.
I was like, people understand the hooligan, and maybe you're right. The hooligan class has become corporate.
Yeah,
because like people, these men had just died in like I think 74. They did like the next game. They didn't give them a full year to rest in the mud, doing chants about them dying.
Yeah. Well, hey, I guess that's right on par with that Ukrainian league and the George Floyd. So,
Yeah, I mean, but it's more corporatized now, and the hooligans have become it's become more like the U.S., like the box seats.
Yeah, I mean, the hooligan class now they get flying, Balenciaga, to go to the match. So
that's real, man. But last topic, man. Premier League. What are your predictions for top four for this year?
Well, everybody knows Man City, man, right? Surprise, surprise, surprise. I think that Liverpool finishes strong. I think they might put up a challenge for half the season. If we get 3/4 of a challenge, I think that's good for the watching.
Because I'm not sold on Nunez neither, man.
No, he's gonna have to really prove his worth.
I mean, because people are like, oh, he just replaced Mane. You just don't replace Mane and be like, it's all good with a 20-year-old.
The pace, the accuracy, man. I mean, and the runs, the willingness to run off the ball. I mean, that's what really gave Salah so much space. I think those guys finished second, man, and third and fourth. I gotta throw my Chelsea in there.
Yeah. No, I like Tuchel as a coach, man.
And I hope that January we work some magic, some really good things happen in that window. But I think we hold down the fort until then, and beyond that, I don't see you guys.
I don't either.
I don't see you guys. I like Arsenal. Really? Yeah. I think they're talking about that young crop, that youth movement.
Yeah.
They're 2-3 years ahead of that trend. And so
they're ahead. They're ahead.
And with Arteta implementing that Manchester City ticky-tack, sort of playing style, I think it starts.
I can't believe we're saying Arsenal's going to be in the top four.
Man, I think so.
No, but it's real though. I'm agreeing with you. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
So you don't think Tottenham is there?
I think they'll challenge. I think they'll be right there. But I wanted to go with something a little unorthodox. That's why I throw Arsenal in. Yeah, absolutely.
So Arsenal's top four. Who is your surprise team for this year?
Ooh.
Somebody that may sneak up for Europa or or let's top seven sneak up.
That's a good one.
Normally, I would have said Leicester City, but this road is we talked about this earlier. The road is ill travel. I mean, you lose one of the best keepers in the league.
Yeah, that's tough, and I've been there for so long.
And he was the one that kept y'all in a lot of these games that were like, oh, Leicester can beat him every game is because of him.
Yeah, the captain too. So that's gonna be huge. I don't know, man. That's a good question. I need more time on that. I need to see how the transfers are gonna, finalize. I know you have. You think that top 10 is competitive. I don't, so that makes that very difficult for me to. I feel like the pack is so tight. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, a part of me wants to say the Newcastle wave may be starting this year.
Okay, that's all right.
I mean,
for top 4 or dark?
No. I'm saying like to be able to make Europe, like a Europa conference, like where they checked for the challenge of the top 7 that came from kind of nowhere.
Yeah. What's your top 4?
So who do you think? I mean, I guess maybe we can revisit this, but who do you think dropping down?
No. Who's your top 4?
Who's my top 4? Mine is exactly as yours.
Oh, come on! You got Arsenal too?
Yeah, that's why I said I didn't know. I agree with you. That's what I said.
Okay. Man.
Yeah, that was exactly my top 4. Like no cap on it. Like that was.
All right, hey, great minds, man.
Yeah.
Let me think. Who's going to drop? You go first. You go first.
I think Leeds is going to drop. Even with the American Cups, we just talked about them previously. They lost everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, and I like Tyler Adams, like dope player from Leipzig. I don't think that's not replacing Rafinha.
Oh, no.
I don't think you're replacing Calvin Phillips like that.
Yeah.
I think Leeds may drop. I don't think it's a 3 up, 3 down. I'll say that off the top.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that. For me, I got Nottingham Forest.
You think Nottingham's going down?
Yeah, I think they go down.
You know who they keep? You know who's their keeper on loan though?
Who is that?
Dean Henderson.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And last time he brought Sheffield, he kept Sheffield up that year.
I don't think he's enough. Wolves, I haven't really seen them sign anybody substance.
And at some point, what is their striker that got the headband now because he got
he's Mexican as well.
Yeah, like when is that train gonna start? Because
he seems like he's been a real disappointment.
He's a big time disappointment.
Yeah, he's been a real disappointment.
Oh, my other sleeper team is Aston Villa this year, man.
Why is that? What are you seeing there?
Yeah, their signings. They got Bailey. They took that Grealish bread and went out and bought like 5 or 6 guys.
Put that to work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always a Leon Bailey fan. I think he just needs to be in the right situation. But I think that they're definitely a sleeper team too. But I think, quiet as kept. I don't think there's a way, but I think there's a way that Everton could drop.
Wow, really? That's interesting.
I mean, they sold Richarlison to Arsenal, right? No. Are they on y'all?
No. We didn't pick him up.
Who picked up Richarlison? Somebody just picked up Richarlison?
I
think it's Arsenal.
I check in on that, man. Transfers not settled.
I know they lost. He just got sold off.
Tottenham.
He's on Tottenham. Okay. I knew it was a top.
Which does help them. I do like that. That's a good signing for them.
Yeah, but he's gone. Calvert-Lewin at some point has got to figure out I gotta go. At some point.
Man, I was actually thinking just the opposite. I was thinking Everton could have a good showing, a surprising showing. Frank Lampard, he's really on the hot seat. He's gotta make a middle upper mid.
I mean, they lost MLS squads in the preseason.
Early, man. Come on, man.
I mean, and not just lost, trounced. I think they lost 4-0. And I get it. It's early, but you don't lose 4-0 though.
Shit happens, man. I'm not gonna not that.
I mean, that would be catastrophic, right?
Exactly.
So
yeah, it will be interesting. Some interesting things to watch, man. Like I said, man, I feel like it is a dark cloud over the league. I'm glad you optimistic, man, because that's kind of helping me out,
I'm
man.
optimistic of the league as a whole. I'm ready to come back. I'm not optimistic for my team. I mean, we'll be in sixth again, but it's all about the quality of what I want to see with that sixth. Like, are we fighting? Are we out there doing it? I'm fine with sixth this year to build up to next year if we fighting out there. And if I see Rashford returning, it's a little bit out of Martial. Sancho's been balling out of control lately.
Okay.
We see a lot from him. And then maybe we can get somebody up front that Sancho can service a lot more. And,
did you sign a defender? Well, who's your best signing?
We signed Martinez from Ajax.
Okay. I'm not sure.
And we got Malacia too on the other side. So we signed 2 defenders.
Okay.
And we put Telles on loan to Sevilla.
Are you happy with the signings? Are they quality?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's YouTube clip looks dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've heard a lot about Malacia is only 19, 20, and like they said he's going to start. So a part of me is like, wow, like he's going to start with Luke Shaw potentially. So it's like, damn, what are they seeing? And he was on Renoy, whatever. So and they said, he was scoring goals. He had 6 goals last year from the left back. So it's like. Yeah, I don't know. Also, it's the Dutch League, Eredivisie League.
Does it translate? Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So yeah, he's supposed to be good. So is Martinez supposed to have been like one of the top center backs potentially in the world that we got? I don't know. I got to see a couple of games. Like I said, they're not known commodities. Right. So that's why I'm cautiously optimistic. Like until we sell Harry Maguire. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Man. Well said, sir.
That's what we have to get that done. But, man, we're going to wrap this up. Where can people hit you at, man?
Still on Twitter, man. Very active on there at Phoenix Piff, man. Let's conversate about it. Let's talk Premier League. Let's talk football. Thanks for checking us out. We're going to be very active this year.
Yeah. And we got World Cup coming. So, we going to do some live joints, man. The World Cup, it's going to be crazy.
Absolutely. And St. Louis City, that's coming steady, fast on the way. So
it's gonna be a lot of good stuff. This button up buckle up your seats for football coming up soon. It's gonna be you, especially with St. Louis getting a team, you're gonna see some different kind of fandom coming up. It's people already rocking the team hasn't even rolled the ball out. People have the flags, the bumper stickers, the decals on their cars already. Nobody even knows who's playing.
Yeah, no. St. Louis always been the soccer capital of America, man. So hey, we gonna represent. Believe that. 314. You already know.
Make sure. So next episode of this show, we will be going to our new full channel, just kicking it with his own channel, having his own content over there. But we wanted to put this on the main network to get everybody back fresh knowing it. So just go to Just Kicking It on YouTube, and I'm gonna put this on there as well. So it'll be on both. You'll get them on both sides. But all the content besides smaller clips will be on it from not on SOLC Network, but be over on Just Kicking It site. So everybody definitely watch out for that, and we'll see y'all soon. Peace.